sequel's coming. Welcome, my friends. Yes, welcome to another episode of Nintendo NightCap, bringing you your daily Nintendo news to your face. Hope you're all well. I have been away getting attacked by the sun. You can tell. Look at that sunburnt face. Do not panic. Do not adjust your televisions. ATB is fine. In fact, I am back here to bring you the latest and biggest Nintendo news, of which we have a massive story. We've got other stories, but we got one humongous one because that little fat plumber, mushroom eating plumber, is breaking records all over the globe. And we are going to get into that in a little while. And before we dive into the other news, if you're new, hit that like, hit that subscribe, spread the channel. We're trying to get to 100,000k. We are just 98k away though, so help us get the love. Hope you're all good. Right, if you're ready, pull up a chair, sit down with us. Before we get into the movie news, we're going to dive into this week's Japanese hardware and software sales numbers, which make for good reading for Nintendo fans. So let's get straight into it. We can see this week's highest selling game in Japan is, of course, Kirby, selling 21,000 copies this week. Then we have Resident Evil 4 on the PS5 at number 2. The same game on the PS4 at number 3, selling 16,000 copies. Then we have Winning Post 10 at number 4. Then we have Pokemon Scarlet and Violet at number 5. Splatoon 3, god damn it, still there at number 6. Mario Kart 8 ain't going nowhere at number 7, selling another 10,000 copies this week. At number 8, Minecraft, my god, it's been there longer than dinosaurs. That's at number 8. Winning Post 10 again on the PS5 this time at number 9, selling 7,000 copies. At number 10, we've got Nintendo Switch Sports. I don't know how that's there. That was the worst game I played last year. God damn it, but it is there at number 10. If we move over to the hardware sales, we can see that the Switch OLED model, God bless it soul, is at 38,000 this week, bringing its total lifetime sales to over 4 million. Then we got the PS5 at number 2, shifting another 28,000 systems. The OG Switch selling another 10,000, bringing its total close to 20 million. Then at number 4, we got the Switch Lite. At number 5, we got the PS5 Digital Edition. The PS4 is at number 6. Then struggling as always in Japan, the Xbox Series X. Then the Xbox Series S at number 8. And at the rear, good old the new 2DS LL. So very exciting stuff indeed. Right then, now we get that out of the way, we can talk about the Mario related news. But before we get into the hard numbers at the box office that we're all here to marvel at, we're going to very briefly talk about the possibilities of a sequel, because those rumors have been circulating again, so much so that they were actually put forward to Miyamoto. So what can we say briefly? We know, of course, that there are 2 post-credit scenes in the movie which supposedly hint at a sequel. I'm yet to see it myself because I'm watching the movie in about 4 hours time. I'm very excited, so I'm going to bring my thoughts about that to you straight afterwards. We do know, of course, Jack Black has been talking up the possibility of a Bowser spin-off. Seth Rogen's been talking up the possibilities of a DK spin-off, and there has been rumors going crazy about a Luigi's Mansion sequel spin-off, so which I think is the way to go. I think that would be incredible. I think those games lend themselves to animation amazingly well, and we do know that Chris Pratt had spoken about that in the past and said that those were discussions they had and that he thought it would be a great idea. So of course, you know, these rumors were put forward to Miyamoto and Illumination boss Chris Meledandri, and this is what they had to say for their part. Miyamoto went on to say, "There's nothing I can really comment on at the moment, but we started with the fact that we have a shared vision of creation, so I think there'll be opportunities in the future." Chris Meledandri, for his part, said, "We are so focused right now on this movie all the way up to Wednesday and how the audience engages with the film. Nintendo and Illumination have had a really rewarding collaboration. Mr. Miyamoto and his colleagues have invited me to join the board of directors of Nintendo, and we're working together into the future with me in that capacity. But it's hard for us to talk about anything else right now." And Nintendo, for their part, actually went further and said this about that. "We would like to nominate him as a new outside director with the expectation that he will appropriately supervise our company's management from an objective perspective while providing valuable advice to our organization based on his broad experience and insight gained as a leader in the field of entertainment." So that's big news, and it's very exciting news, and it tells us a few things. First of all, it lets us know that Nintendo is very, very happy with its partnership with Illumination on the Mario movie. They're obviously very happy, very excited, and very confident with what they've created so far. So much so that they're already looking at the future. So, you know, any possibilities, you know, of future sequels or spin-offs of the Mario franchise seem a certainty about now. And not just the Mario universe, but we're closer now to getting maybe a Zelda animation or Animal Crossing animation or whatever. Give me a Punch-Out one. It could be anything now. You know, it's very, very, very exciting. So Nintendo is clearly looking to the future. We're gonna definitely hear more from this. We're gonna have future announcements for sure. And it's very, very exciting. And, you know, well, we're going to find out exactly why they're excited as we approach the last story. So, it's been 24 hours now since the Mario movie has been released. And we now, again, the first numbers come in, and they are big. They are huge, in fact. We now know that after 24 hours via Deadline, the Mario movie has generated $66.4 million. $66.4 million, and that is from a release over 11 territories. But more than this, it still has over 26 territories to be released at, but we have the information of its numbers in the territories it has been released at, and we can have a look at them right now. So if we look over at the chart, we can see, for example, that in Mexico, it is now the biggest debut for a Universal title ever and the second biggest animation opening behind Toy Story 4. In the UK, it's the best animated opening ever and biggest overall of 2023. In China, it's the biggest opening since start of the pandemic and the second biggest opening day for a studio title in 2023. In Germany, it's Universal's best opening day of all time and animation opening. In Spain, it's the biggest animation opening day ever and biggest April opening day ever. In France, it's the biggest opening day of 2023, best opening for Illumination ever. In Italy, its biggest opening day for an animated movie ever in spring and for a video game adaptation. In Taiwan, it's the top opening day ever for Illumination and Universal, biggest opening for a video game adaptation. And finally, in Australia, we can see it's the best opening day of 2023, biggest ever for Illumination and top April debut ever. Okay, so you can see it's got huge numbers indeed after 24 hours. And actually, the estimated amount for the opening weekend is at $225 million. So big numbers indeed, It's going to have long legs, this one, despite the fact what, Rotten Tomatoes has it at the moment. I think it's 54% on Rotten Tomatoes, but 90 something, 95, 96 is the score for the fans at the moment. So you can see there's a big disconnect in what the critics are saying and what the fans think of this movie. The fans are loving it. They are talking with their wallets and they are rushing out to see it. And in fact, the people I've spoken to have seen it already. It's a fair amount now. Every single one has said they really, really enjoyed this movie. So there you have it. This movie is going strength to strength. You can see why Nintendo is so happy with Illumination. You can see why they are looking to the future already, and they are excited to see what else they can do with their existing IP. I'm very excited to see where this movie is going to land. Will it be the biggest selling animation of all time? Will it have the biggest numbers? I think someone in the comment correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the highest grossing animation of all time is the Lion King remake, which sits at about 1.6 billion. I might be wrong, but I think that's what it is. So it's got a long way to get to that. Don't know if it's going to get there. It might. But what we do know is that after 24 hours, it is killing it. It is killing it. And it looks like it's going to have a massive first weekend. So there's all the news, folks. That's all the news. Good news for Nintendo. Good news for Mario. Good news for all of us Nintendo fans. That is the video for today. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did enjoy it, hit that like, hit that subscribe. I will be back on Monday with more Nintendo news for you all. And yes, until then, have an awesome one. Bye.